platform is independent, and we wanted to work with everyone across the spectrum. So folks are invited to share what they know, and the viewers makes their choice, and we ask the questions and we give the just the opportunity to answer.
This craziness, man, I do not care. Why am I so anti-establishment? Because of what I've seen the establishment do to people. That's why I cannot be pro-establishment.
Power is in the hands of the people.
Mm-hmm.
And it really did. What we all witnessed is the government, they knew that they're heading in the wrong direction. They knew Gambians are speaking in the same voice.
What law in the books that says the government has power to come out and go after folks' private citizens' properties and demolish them because somehow the government interest?
The only way that we can salvage our country is when everybody gets their hand dirty. Don't sit there with your expertise and just to procrastinate everything that people say or pontificate, what everybody says or does. Let's get our hands dirty.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Another Sunday for the people, by the people. Yes, a political show, but pedal this time around, hey, it's World Cup, Pap Samba. Gis na sa jersey. Bro, yo tamit, legi nak, nga yun yung jersey nak. What's up with that?
No. Hamgali, you have to have football DNA, in your DNA. You are a seasonal soccer fan now. You know the players.
Nah. Don't go there.
You are seasonal. Your Sarian Oroma is more in tune with what's going on. And yes, Sarian, the thing with Sarian.
Definitely, I am, man. I am.
No, he would jump here and say, "Oh man, I like this team." And you ask him to name one player from the team, he will not even go there.
Manego Billahi, this Johnny come lately to this soccer.
He goes again.
I am fanatical. Soccer, DNA. Look, I am from Pali-Aid.
Oh Lord Jesus.
The very pioneers.
Oh Lord.
Musa Tedal, it looks like you wear that Asobi from 2024, man.
That's so isn't that a UDP Asobi?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna cause in legi. I gotta go yellow a little bit. That would be I like this also Waji Kitabu. He's like
no, I had him. How a mom attention seeker, so
he said, "You do not." What did he say again? You know what Musa Jeng is insinuating, and I'm like, okay, please help me. What in God's name am I insinuating? Kitabu. Supposedly he lives here in Atlanta.
Oh, he lives in Marietta. I zoom on him and everything else. He that's why I told him. I said I have no time for your nonsense, but I know who he is. So let him keep going at it.
Pop Samba, what a game last night. I was kind of France a little bit, and I love that game though. I swear to God, free flow. None of these. What do you say? It was something else.
I think
you haven't watched it yet. You said you watched a little bit of it.
I just watched a bit of it. I don't like England, and I'm very disappointed that they in fact left the World Cup with medals. But this World Cup, Musa, I think is one of the best World Cups. Take all the politics aside and all the controversies aside.
Right.
The football was very, very good, especially to me for Africa.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
because when they increased the teams, the Europeans were complaining, this dog whistle nonsense.
Yes.
Because to them, Africa did not deserve the many spots that they had.
Like the
so to have 9 out of 10 teams make it to the next rounds,
right?
That was just massive, and that shut everybody up because their expectation was oh Sana, no, he's from I think he's the coach. The Medina, the coach of Medina. Sana, there is a lot of background noise. Okay.
Mute now.
So to me, Musa, that was the thing. African
Sana, can you mute?
Okay.
No, mute now from there. So to me, Musa, definitely that was, yeah. But it was a wonderful World. Well, it is a wonderful World Cup, definitely.
It is indeed. No, without a doubt. And you know what, Pasama, we already remember when Africa. I think I remember. Was it Zaire?
Yes.
That represented us one time.
9-0. I think that was the 74 World Cup.
74? I don't think so.
Yeah, Zaire. I think it was 74.
It couldn't be.
So sometimes
No, it couldn't be. I think it was it not 78? The one that Argentina won? You know, Mario Kempes. Nissan. Bialy. Model Choma Henema seasonal Larek. Tijan Sise is gonna come here and we're gonna get into the thick of things. But Pasama, the good thing about it, like you said, look at African performance, African teams. Cape Verde. And I cannot even believe it. This was a team that Gambia was 10 times better than Cape Verde. I still remember the 1980 Zone 2. Do you want to send Morom, sir? Not even on the same league.
Most, yes, it was 1974 when they were defeated 9-0.
9-0, Zaire.
Yes. And it was because of players' revolt, financial corruption, so it was a whole combination of things that led to, it was 74. Some history works sometimes very well.
But again,
because that time, so
70. One thing I know though, I remember the 78 World Cup, Mom, live and direct. I really do. I remember watching the finals, Argentina against Holland. You know, I mean, attacking Johan Cruyff. We were watching it. James Senegal, me, GUC Lampa in a pang. About. Can you imagine? Seriously.
And you know those games you can still watch because I go and watch those old games, still. The recording is not nakala to the deal of Gaile Hamanaka. But you can see the games. Thank you, Sal. Yes. Wow, Uncle Musa. I want Uncle Ki Grandpa Musala.
I can remember, bro, till last minute, I'm not Holland side winning the game. That ball became Bobby. I'm talking about 9 minutes. Before I think they went to an extra time, something like that.
No, I don't.
Kisuwe preach yefi soccer. Te nyun Tali 8 and Jameson. We were 8. When we speak about soccer, Gambians would listen. Ki munela ci dahgela nekon Serekunda odu alaji sila coach mune so rombe dentin bridge rek yep ci dahgela. Ñom xamuñ won sa nakala. Afterwards when they got into sen nawetani ni ay ñomin farimang ni ak yu demé nonu. I mean, it took a minute before you guys get into the school of things.
And look at Sal talking about we are the authority. I'm going to start one. Sal don't even get into this. No, bro.
Tijan, let me add him. What in the world?
Yeah, he's just coming on. He has to have somebody help him. One more. So.
Tijan Nasane Sise. That's not Tijan though.
No, it's not. Lawn for one.
Lawn for one day, Bilai Wangadiga. Why me then that no, bro? You know, teams you guys to say box bar. I3040. Wow.
Well, you know what? What Kwame gave you Jim Bitey, national team gave you Lamin Owens, gave you Saho, who else? I think guarantees have Motsire. And all those people.
Motsire started with Kwame de.
Well, you know what? Bangan ko keep national team. Kwame
the authority is here, Tijan.
No, Tijan num kango sa most.
Tijan is here. Motsire started with Kwame. Tijan. Tijan yang no de.
Motsire played for Walidan.
Exactly.
And the Port Authority also.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did he leave Kwame and go to Walidan and Port Authority?
No. The other way around. Seriously?
From Wali down to Port Authority.
And then when did he? And then go to.
When Axie founded Port Authority in 1974, that's when he went to the Gambia Port Authority.
Authority, like
but Musa, coach is correct. He started from Kwame.
He started from Kwame.
Yeah.
Because Kwame the guy them after the Rochi boys in Kwame.
Life am real na nekon mobile real them Kwame.
Yeah,
so more life
and you know what we used to call life al Serakunda Gaide Park. You know.
Life real na juge mu dem Kwame.
No, I tell you. Yan life are you to know de?
No, life didn't make a strike and the fucker on.
And he had a shot on him though.
No, Hamgalanga. No, the amount dole muna da.
Well, exactly.
And then muna kick too.
A talent. Life after.
And I don't need a story. The Keba tell me. The Gana Idra made up a lab, Puga Bena line, Puga, Idla, Puga. The Gana move up, never Keba tell me.
Man, they're not guy. You know, Guinea against Gambia.
Hey, but the Bible there.
My brother Tijan, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good. Your boy man is Sega TV. Man, take home go how much them.
Sega Geraldi. Why money? Before you do, sir, Tijan, today the greatest Gambian footballer ever, Biri, left us 6 years ago today.
Yes.
You know, and it's ironic we're here talking about World Cup, talking about Gambian football. Gambia will never produce an order Biri. Like I tell people that the world will never produce an order Pele. You know, Biri, may his soul rest in peace. Definitely. He did well for his country.
Alaji mara dumo we talk video story mo. Like we neka be. Ay, udah ko ba sa Jusam. My best friend.
Listen.
Joe, definitely.
Bruno Cotti, my best friend.
Definitely. Why Tijan? Clearly, in the next couple of hours, we will be kind of, watching the World Cup. Basama was saying earlier, we have seen the African teams, whether it's Egypt, whether it's Cape Verde, whether it's Morocco. You're talking about now African football. We're one of the powerhouses. You can say that again. Obviously, there is no Gambia. And most of these countries, when I do believe, we started playing soccer, maybe even before they did. And you're the historian, Gambian football, evolve.
Well, based on what is documented,
I don't know where
Gambia football started to be played in the Gambia in 1939.
1939.
Yeah.
So
the British expatriates brought it along with them. And there was a man who worked at the Department of Health. His name was Roscoe. And he was the first Secretary General of the football organization. But mostly at the time it was clubs, Gambia United, Prisons, etc., etc. And then until about the early 40s and into 50s, then they started having a serious association. And it was a guy named Sam Foster. They called him Hope Boy. He was the first president, and Papram was the groundskeeper at the time.
Wow.
Of course, Augustinian comes into the story. They were the first international match in Gambian soil was won by Augustinians against Jeanne d'Arc of Senegal. So that's another legendary club that has died, which is a shame, quite frankly.
Giving us young Christophe Sanyang.
Badugai.
Yes.
waaye maa ngi dégg yaa ngi wooye fi jëm Sénégal fii yéen comme dara Pasam gars yi tombé ba àgg semi-final de FA Cup war a am Starlight ba Starlight di nekk ci ndënd yi gars yi joxe invitation pour seen celebration bi aga bi final waaye kenn la Starlight ceeb
I can see that happening because I dangam.
Mana laaj ko Ibu looli la amoon waaye su ko jël Ibu looli bi sa bàyyi bool bi
yeah, those were the good old days.
Loli de ñu ko ñeme ñooñ bari wuñ de.
De
xana ko looli ni lay côté sol samba rek ko ñeme ñoo.
Wow, no, so I don't think the soul mom there was anybody the soul was afraid of.
Why not loli de? Mom. See?
No, they
dafa ñeme ñoo.
What a player he was.
He was a
no.
fan la Tidiane wa fan la Jameson. Dama ko dee wax kii ne ko gis nga yëfi figo aid yi nii ci ñun la jëlee ñoom si
waaye ne dama la bëgg a laaj apart from Sol Samba yow ma keneen Jameson ku président
bul dem foofu
xanaa kii naka xanaa Ali Koro
Ali Koro du daf di waa James rek
non mane Tidiane
pare Ali Koro waa tubaab ko la
Mara Beng Laos waa James Sénégal la
ok
Makale nag
Makale waa jëm Sénégal la
non Makale daf daan ñëw jëm Sénégal lan kasta la di ko moo diri boy ko
non Tidiane Makale moo jógee Guinée ma ne kii mooy Adams mooy
waaw na nga bi jógee Guinée bon du waa jëm Sénégal
non dama la mooy ne wala dëkkoon moo ñoom Dini boy
ñu ngi waa born and raised
Tidiane
thank you very much Tidiane, for the qualifier. Thank you.
Well, Tidiane, clearly there's a reason we reached out to you. And I started out by talking about the World Cup and Gambian football. It's the reason we see Ivory Coast, Cape Verde. Then the question becomes, clearly we have to invest in Gambian football. How do we do that? Most people would tell you the fact that we started playing soccer, as you said, going all the way back to 1939. There is no doubt ne ñun affaire bi bon ñun duñ ci gan. And now, obviously, there is Medina United, and that's the reason why we are here today. Pasamba, I'm going to let you go cough affaire bi ci man, because Medina United was just 3 years ago. I mean, they are the league champions in the Gambia. I'm like, Ndesan, what happened to my starlight? Tony Joyner. Dhaka, listen. Those were the good old days. Muneko Abdallah spell hair boy core. Listen.
No,
Yagi was like nation. My father look send a game a young Africans. Louis top na boy she like an English guy they with English. Why you deputy I like texture can you touch up for build the go Rakadol Laka.
So Tidiane, really coming back, and of course you're gonna tell us this is what I know, Pasamba, and then I will let you take it from there. I mean, Medina United, the people that are behind it, one of them is right there. TNC, there is no one. If you're talking about somebody that can tell you Gambian football history, Tijan is the guy. But behind Medina United is his brother, Mike Nickel. How do I know Mike? Mike is a competitive, I mean, call it whatever you want to call it. Whether it's July 4th, whether it's ALD. I'm going Miami, Gambia, anybody on phone. I mean, you talk about the July 4th tournament, either Washington, Lawon, or Atlanta, and to some extent, even Seattle. Mike came out of nowhere. The fact them recruit African players here in Miami.
Everybody. Okay, just make a player.
And before you know it, the traditional winners monopolize on the July 4th soccer tournament. I mean, Miami was out there doing their number. And that's Mike Nickel. And these two brothers, they are behind Medina United. A team that came within 3-4 years, young players, When you told me they are poised to win the league, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought they Burki Demba la guy in third division. Pap Samba.
Yeah, and most congratulations again to Mike, Tijan, and Medina United. I remember when Mike told me that he was going to start this project, Sibopa, an academy. Then before you know it, they were in third division. Third division, second division. And then going to second division, winning the FA Cup. It was just last year that we were celebrating them. Oh, you know what? First division, here we come. Just last year. And this year, they won the league. Here is the difference. I remember the 1987-88 league, where Augustinians were promoted from second division. Nyom Tony Jaita, Nyom Tony Mendy, Nyom Naka Michael Kagbo, and all those people, they went and won the league. See, first year, first division. What makes this one different? Nyom Augustinians, Flamings, Yago na second division the fight.
Right.
And we Kulo, Nyom Augustinians, Nyom Dagodan, Nyom Naka Swallows, Blue Diamonds, and you know those teams.
Yeah.
But 87, when Augustinians went to first division, last game we played Nyom Flamings. Whoever wins was going to the first division. Guy Dori 3-1. Tony Jata was like Guinea. They went, Fekafanya Walidan, Farafaren win the league. So that was a story.
Right.
What makes this one different is Augustinians had been in existence for over 50 years.
Absolutely.
Medina United came as a project, an academy. This is all within 5 years. They were able to go to third division, from third division straight to second division, win the FA Cup. I think they were the only two teams who must win FA Cup. Tijan would from second division. Tijan might correct me here. In the history of our country.
No, Dingare.
Well, Dingare is the first.
Dingare was on relegation when they won the FA Cup. But Young Africans, a few years ago, won it from the second division.
Okay.
So, Young Africans?
Yeah, won the FA Cup from the second division.
And you know what, Tijan, you are linked with both. And then here we are. I don't think Mike or Tijan or any one of us envisaged them going to the second division from the second after winning the FA Cup to the first division and winning the league. But they were able to do it. And if you follow the league, which I follow a lot, there was a period where they were like 16th in the league also. They were in the relegation zone. But they were able to go from there, climb up all the way to winning the league. The story is just out of this world.
Unbelievable.
And then the good thing about Medina, and this is why I think it is important for all of us to support this project. The edifice. You go to St. Camp.
The academy, yes.
The academy Sibopam. Standard fields. You see Banjul Aisines Nawetan Amunko won last year. They may not even have it this year because of St. Phil being Devon Nakala Tof, and it was bad. Mike invested tremendous amount of resources.
Exactly.
The Tof being and Tijan will correct me if I am wrong, was he bought it from here, the United States. To make sure it was so he did not go through they didn't take shortcuts. They took the right path to be able to develop what they are doing today. And to me, I am just proud that Mike and Tijan have been able to achieve this. It's a great story for Gambian football, and that is why it is important for all Gambians to support it. Musa.
Absolutely, Pasamba. Like we said, it's going to come down to, if we want to help Gambian football, you are going to invest resources. And there's also the passion with both Tijan and Mike brought to the league. Like you said, from third division, winning the league, that's what it took. And that's what it's continued to take. But let's allow Tijan to come, at least Tijan, walk us through the evolution of Medina United, where you are today, and where you want to take this team tomorrow. We're going to be talking about CAF tournament, which you guys are kind of getting ready. If we want to see Gambian football, we have to make sure that these young talents, they will be out there playing against the Mauritania, playing against other teams in Guinea-Conakry, in Sierra Leone. That's what it's going to take. Tijan, walk us through the evolution of Medina United.
Thank you. It's quite a pleasure being here. Equally, I want to thank Pastor Mbajao. People don't know this. He's been with us day one in some capacity. Even from a distance, he puts in resources, he puts in his time. He was a coach here and there. He sent some technical tips that we send down to the coaching staff. So he's given us tremendous assistance, and he is actually a member of the board, just for the record. Mike came around 2017 here to visit. My mother was here, of course, at the time. God bless her soul. And the kids around there approached him to sponsor in our team. And he came back excited, bought track suits, did it again the following year. He came back and called me and said, listen, man, we make good sense, Steve. I'm going to do an academy. And I remember him telling me, Bobo gold mine, Bobo item. And then I don't know how he was able to do it, convince me to come home. Of course, I spent 3-4 months at a time and come back home to the US. To come back and run the academy and subsequently the football club. Now, every time I think about the progress, I think about a statement that my former ambassador, Esa Bokarsi, once told me. I was his chief of staff at the time. He pulled me into his office one day and said, close the door, TMC, sit down. And he said to me, you're a diplomat now. Let me tell you the concept of diplomacy. You are accredited here to the US, you posted here. Take what is good here and take it to your country. And every time I think about Medina, I think about that statement that Ambassador Sipol, because that is exactly what Mike brought, and that is, we are running it the way that we see academies and sports institutions being run in the US. It's been quite a challenge for people to buy into the program, and they still haven't bought into the program proper. It's still a work in progress. People think we're the best, but within us, we know we're not where we want to be. So we went into the third division. Of course, we are not able to get into the Western Division. We had approached people in this area for teams. It didn't materialize. Ibu Fai gave us a team in the Banjul third division, Lions of Banjul. And for the first year, we played as Lions of Banjul. Even that very first year, we could have qualified, but some technical issue with the registration of a player. So we forfeited the game. So the next year, we changed the name to Medina United. Medina is the community here that we live in, Lamin. That's where the name came from. It's more like a community team, and we are very involved in the community here, whether it's the hospital, whether it's the school, whether it's the kids here. We have a clothing drive twice a year for all the kids. The club sponsors almost 80 kids to go to school. Not only that, we have some kids that we've taken from their houses that live with our general manager that we support. They just left on Friday for vacation. So when we went into the second division, we were trying to get our feet wet. But from the word go, we knew we are competitive. We had the players, most of the players were from this area. And to the first round, we were not doing well. And we brought Aliou Jan in as the head coach. He is one of the most achieved coaches in Gambian football. He's won about every trophy in his young career. So that very first year, he won the FA Cup. And we went back to the second division and gained promotion last year. Now, going to the first division this year, the goal was to stay in the middle and just get our feet wet, make sure we're not relegated, and get acclimatized with the pressure and the, with all that comes with playing Division One football. Now, when you play Division One football here and you come straight from the second division, it's not as challenging as the second division. The second division in Gambian football, I think, for me, is the best league, and it is the toughest league to get out of to go to the first division. So we started off not too good, not to be any result to be proud of.
Right.
And like Pasamba alluded, week 13, we were 16 at 16 position. But there was no panic. There was no panic. We have a few veteran players, that have national team experience. It was Sanyang Torres, Henry Joe, and Adam Akante. They've all played in the CHAN national team or the U23 or U20. There were not so nice meetings every morning at 8 o'clock after practice. So management coaches, management players. Now, when we said just a players meeting and we walked away for 2 hours, they sorted it out themselves. I understand there were not so kind words thrown across the table. But from there, I remember Torres telling me explicitly clearly, see you, then you will lick me. Selu also said the same thing. Selu is playing in Latvia today. He just scored 2 goals yesterday. So we went in, I think, the last game in the first round against Bombarda, which is one of the big teams in Division 1. So they were leading us. And I'm like, here we go again. I didn't even go to watch that game. You know me. I'm like, by the way, I gave up. I'm watching the game here from the house. And the very last few minutes, Adam Ajata equalized from a header. And that was the morale booster. And the journey began. But what we learned from this is that you don't give up. We didn't give up. We still woke up every day at 4 a.m., made sure their breakfast was prepared after practice. Everything we were doing was the same as if it were they were winning. And we didn't give up on the boys at all. And we have a few players that come from Qatar. Qatar, these players, they get about 4 o'clock in the morning. Mustafa Jaju, the kid that passed that wonderful pass to Adama in the game against Bombard. So those kids are at practice every day at 6 o'clock. So that is motivation for the rest of the team, especially when you live around Lamin. You see TK and Buba El Jaite coming from Pakistan and they never late. You push not to be late, And then the coaching staff also came together. They also put in some mechanisms in place. But giving up was not an option, But honestly, when we were in 16th position, we were talking about not being relegated. We didn't want to go back. So when Ali Jan came up with that formula, 3-5-2, whatever, we doubted him, quite frankly, as a management, but we don't interfere. But there were some management officials that I doubt if it would work. And then nobody has an answer for it. And we just cruise, losing only 1 game in the second round. And then the poster that we sent after training camp, here we come, first division became a reality. In brief, that's what Medina is all about. And now we have gotten our license from the Confederation of African Football to participate in the club championship starting in September. 6 and 11, home and away. We don't know if the first game will be played in Banjul. Hopefully, we have registered the Independence Stadium provisionally as our stadium to host our home games. Hopefully, it will be approved by CAF. Of course, I was there recently, and it looks good. It's beautiful. I mean, the grass is greener than it has ever been, even in '84 when it was open.
So Tijan,
Yeah.
so fast forward, Mike, yourself, you guys built an academy. We've seen African football in the World Cup. We've seen our neighboring country, Senegal. If there's one thing that they have academies like the ones that you guys have. I mean, you're talking about regular Senegalese investing in it, having the help of Senegalese. Through that, they're able to build and I mean create talent within the Senegalese players. With that, they have exposure playing outside. We know that in the past, Gambian clubs, whether it's Real, whether it's Walidan, even when they win the league, for them to be able to go out there and compete in the sub-region, because the resources are not there. And with that, the talent really will wither away because they don't have the exposure that it needs. And if you're talking about one of the symptoms that Gambian football nekut fin bugamudem, is because of that. Here comes Medina United, raw talent. And what they want is they want to take it to the next level to be able to give this young talent the exposure they need, the competition that they need. And this is where we are. And this is why you guys are on this platform talking to Gambian people so that you can tell them you want to compete. And this is what it's going to take to be able to do just that. Each and every one of us, each and every one of us, if we want Gambian football to be taken to the next level, let's put our money where our mouth is. And we want you to walk us through, the financial challenges. There's a preparation going on. There's a timeline. And we want every Gambian to know that and take ownership of it and give this young talent the opportunity to go out there and compete. So can you kind of walk us through that? Because again, that is the that's what it comes down to. Is Medina United succeeded? Absolutely. Do they have good talent? Absolutely. How do we take them to the next level? Tijan, walk us through those
thank you so much. Of course, you mentioned about the academies in Senegal. We have good relationship with some of the academies there, Jambar and Generation Foot, Marie Touré, and PSG. In fact, we've sent some of our players to PSG before. Now, you just spoke about investment. I just want to touch on that and give an example.
Mm-hmm.
The last time the Gambia, when I reported in 1982, when the Gambia played in Cape Verde, boys don't for hair to field.
They don't for hair, yes.
Wow, to field. Now look at where Cape Verde is today. It took a huge investment and commitment of the sports authorities and the private sector.
Yes.
Now, Gambia, we do have limited private sector participation. Of course, for us, we do have support from APRISAL, the leading GSM company in the Gambia. Does support us. And also the Trust Bank. And we do have some support from the US also. And, in terms of little financial support here and there. The U19 coach for the Inter Miami, Joe DePaulo, plays a part, and many other people, private Gambians there, Adi Popana, Aramintab, Bashek, here and there. Now, going to CAP, the budget is humongous. Minimum right now for our first leg is $10 million. That is what we need to raise. Now, CAF does give money, but that money doesn't come until after your first game. Because in the past, they will give team money before and they won't show up. So that has changed. So we believe that right now, it's not Medina United anymore. It's about the Republic of the Gambia. That is the country we are going to represent at the Confederation of African Football. And we have started preparing. Practice begins next week through the month of August to get ready. Now, like you just said, we ask, and with much humility, respectful, that the Gambian community, particularly those in the diaspora, because this is a diaspora football team, and they were conceived in the diaspora. So, the diaspora to come and join us. I think Pasamba does have all the details, the bank account. We ask them to support. We need their contribution to make this a reality for them. And this is where the kids have.
Right.
So this is where the scouts are. This is where the scouts are.
At this tournament.
Yes. Yeah. International football always brings in scouts.
Right.
And the kids have an opportunity to showcase their talents.
Yes.
And especially when we're playing, I think, we don't know yet, but maybe our first leg would be in the Wafu zone. Maybe we do not know yet. But this is the situation. So today I call on the Gambian community. Pasamba Jau is the co-chair of our diaspora task force that is entrusted with the responsibility of assisting in the diaspora to raise the money that would help. And I've just been joined by the general manager of Medina, Sana Jubate. He's here to join in the conversation. He should also be able to talk about the preparation, where we are. But to go to CAF, we need the money. We have written to almost 15 companies in the Gambia. And I am glad to report that one has already said we'll hear from them next week. And we will start the follow-up this week. I have a meeting tomorrow with one of them. And hopefully, we've met with the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Sports. And it was delightful that the PS told me, yes, you wrote to the president. He has sent a letter here and given instructions. So that is also promising. So maybe Sana, you want to add?
So let me come back to Sana, but I want Pasamba to kind of basically just summarize, the task ahead. And what Pasamba, being the co-chair of this diaspora, Medina United, when it comes to this preparation, you're talking to people like the Musa Jengs of this world, a lot of people that are on the platform. What are we looking at realistically? Even though there's no doubt there is this donor fatigue, especially from the diaspora. If you can just jump in real quickly before we go to Sana.
Yeah, Mos, thank you very much. I think that is very important because at the end of the day, let's look at this. These Medina, they are not representing themselves anymore. They are representing the red, white, blue, white, green. That's what they are representing. We all watch the World Cup, like you were alluding to earlier. The pride that people have in seeing their countries perform in this thing. It brings something else to your country. Let's look at Cape Verde. Cape Verde, by their participation, has now increased interest in their tourism around the world because now everybody wants to go to Cape Verde. So this is what sports does to a country. Now Medina, if they're supposed to go to play in this tournament, intercontinental tournament, you want to call it that. They're the champions. As the more they perform very well, the greater exposure our country has, and the greater chance that those young people also have to play professional. We see we sit here and watch Minty, and we get so excited.
Exactly.
So this is an opportunity to have more Minties around the world, Musa. I sit here and watch Minty get excited. I'm ordering a jersey from Brighton. I don't support Brighton.
Right.
But I follow Brighton because of Minty. So what this does is gives us an opportunity to be able to give exposure to our country and our people, because it is a long-term investment for Gambian football. But unless our young people are participating at the highest level, we'll never be able to get to, like we talked about Cape Verde here.
Yes.
Musa,
yes.
we used to remember Zone 2. If we are in a group with Cape Verde, Mauritania, we are going to sleep. We know we are qualifying.
Exactly.
That was this thing. But they were able to invest in their young people to be able to get to where they are today. So what we are looking at is participation from people. We'll be sending letters to people for donations. And the goal is to be able to raise significant amount of money so that the team will be able to prepare itself very well to be able to compete in this tournament, because it's bigger than TNCC, Mike Nichols, and Medina. This is now the Republic of the Gambia being represented by an entity from the Gambia, which will require all of us to put all hands on deck, irrespective of your team affiliation or whatever.
Right.
For all of us to just come together and say, you know what, let's just do it for the Gambia. That's just what it is most.
Absolutely. There's something that Tijan said, and I'm gonna come to Sana. It's like the exposure. In this World Cup, the Moroccan team, people would tell you, most of them are playing outside professionally. Some of them, seriously. And a good number, Cape Verde, even their team, most of the players are out there playing.
98% of them.
Now, so the only way that Gambia is going to be able to be competitive is for a young talent. For them to be able to go outside and compete. Through that, Tijan said scouts are going to see them, a possibility of creating a lot of minties. If that happens, I mean, the Gambian football will be poised to be competitive. And what does that mean? They're getting ready. There are financial challenges. Don't underestimate yourself as a regular guy. Let me put in my $25, my $50. It's going to make a difference. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Dina muna jail 5, 10, 15, 20 halal. They will use that money to face and pass, help Medina, breakfast and all that. So let me look back. Sana, yenangi hawa lead to today. Yenangi deme board, send picture me. Maybe you can flip it a little bit. So can you kind of come in here? Again, the focus is the preparation. The focus is what you need from us. We know that you've succeeded. You've done your thing as a GM. What do you want from us, Sana?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm glad to associate myself with this show. I don't know the other host, but hey, hi to everyone over there. Sana Jabate, General Manager, speaking from here. Well, the preparation are intensifying, like my CEO said. We all know football is very expensive. It's as expensive as education itself. So going to CAF is a national team for us, because when they present our team, they will present the national flag first, and then they will say Medina from the Gambia. So the challenges are obvious. Key among them is funding. We are doing our part locally, but locally might not be enough. So people like you who have these connections, helping us to do our PR or marketing so that people can chip in. Like you said, the $25 you're going to contribute will sound very little, but it can make a big difference here. So anything we get from donors, like somebody said, donor fatigue, but we still appeal. Gambians have not been active lately for the past 5 years or so at home here. So imagine, Medina going to play outside and another team coming to play right in Banjul here. That's going to be big. So the stakes are high, but we can't do it alone. I'm glad some of you are already stepping up to help us close the funding gaps, but we really need your support at this time to make it happen. We have more minters here, but it's like our football has been caged for the past 36 months. So we need something to blow us out, to go to the world and say, look, we are still here. You know, after the two AFCON, we have been dormant. All our hopes were in AFCON. So we have to try a lot of avenues, not only the national team, but the local teams playing in CAF will also make a difference. Like my boss said, there's a lot of networking during this time. So scouts will come all over to see us play.
Exactly.
And we can be, somebody said, a good number of Moroccans are playing in Europe, 98% on code. But also, it's good to say about 70% of the Egyptian players are local based. So if we invest in our league, we can strike the balance. It's going to have some go up and some stay here. And it's going to create employment if you look at the larger spectrum. So that's it from our end for now. And we think you will help us stand with us and make sure it's a dream come true for everybody.
Sana, I like the way you put it. No doubt about that. Very succinct. No wonder you are the brain behind Medina United. It says a lot. Guy, what it comes down to is this. I see Brother Saltal saying that the long-term fix to float shares, private investors. Football is a sport and also a business. He's talking about shares. The way I'm looking at it is each and every one of us, we can buy shares. How do we buy shares? We're Gambians. I'm not talking about buying shares, investing so that we can get monetary returns. What we want to see is the Gambian flag to be out there. And folks, $25, $30, $50, Bilahi, is going to make a difference. I have seen this raw talent. Tijan talked about that Adam guy. He's as good as, any of these players that are out there. The talent is there. The question is, giving them the opportunity. Pasama talked about Biri Biri Pele de Gambi. B1901 came to Gambia, and they saw Biri. They saw a talent. The rest was history. So Tijan, I wanted to come back and lay it down. Like I said, the diaspora, there is a donor fatigue. Because again, you're talking about a constituency that almost investing $1 billion to the economy. Any little private business investment, the health sector. You're calling the diaspora. The pass bujuk the diaspora bila joge. So there is the fatigue aspect, but then there is also a need. So realistically, you said there's a lot of money. I don't think you'll be able to raise that. But in the short term, give us the timeline and the amount of money that you think realistically we will be able to raise that will help you. Like you said, unless you guys play first game, second game, before you will get money from CAF. But you got to get there first. So in reality, what do you need right now, realistically?
Right now, to facilitate our preparations, honestly, that would take us between the 27th to the middle of August, about $16,000, which would include camping. The boys have to be in camp, training, logistics, accommodation, food, and all that stuff. And of course, some may need physical therapy. And physical therapy in the Gambia is not cheap, So that is the budget, at least to start off, 16K. That would go for like a month before we go into the other half of the month to get to the tournament. And that is much bigger where air tickets come in, logistics. If it's in a foreign country, you have the air tickets, the hotel, the allowances of the players, the coaches, the medical staff, the auxiliary staff, we're taking equipment manager and all that stuff. So it's a lot that is required. And I'm looking into this camera. I'm looking into my friends and families out there in the Gambia. I just heard you mention my former student, Salim Tal. I have no doubt I'm expecting 50K from Salim Tal. That's my student. That's a done deal.
I'm not going to
go to my student. So, and many more, this is about the Gambia. I always want to invoke that quote that Sadauda said on the night of independence. We may be a small nation, we may not have a lot to offer, but we can demonstrate to the world how a group of people with different ethnic origins and religious backgrounds can live together in peace and harmony. You know, and that has been the foundation of our democracy.
Absolutely.
And we're moving in together. So, coming over one of the diaspora bi, diaspora bi, ñoy mbaku bi. Da borom mbaku rek a mëna yëgal taxit.
Moy dëgg de.
Ah, moy yëgal taxit. So,
dahini sipa la ndax dahini puuj paay.
Dahini Henry Gomez.
Man Henry Gomez da dañoo reach out, moom tam dafa donate.
Wow.
Henry was my player in St. Augustine's High School, the junior team. Halfback left bu saf la woon nag. Don't dala rek. Yes. So léegi ñu ngi sàkku ndimbal. You know, pour ñun ñëpp ñëw ñu bokka. What
$16,000.
Wow, wow. Between
I want to bring it down to the people that are watching. Be like, if we were to have 1,000 Gambians living in the diaspora contribute $16, bro, that's how much you go and buy cheeseburger at McDonald's. I'm not trying to reduce it to nothing. $16,000, bari na bariwood. I don't think this is something that can be done. And on the timeline, Moine, you need it as of yesterday. If I hear you right.
I'm got problem. Unfortunately, we don't have enough fields in the Gambia. So it's difficult to start our leagues on time. Because now time feed up day them league in November. They have no feeling. So the guy is not league we don't start traditionally don't start. The guy is April Jena. So the time dinner full response and organize full negative competition. So that is also a disadvantage. And I am sure the football authorities are maybe looking into that to make sure that, we're able to start our leagues. And that can only happen when we have the infrastructure. For now, we don't. Because even there will be games next week. The triangular tournament for promotion to the second division from the third division. So officially the season is still not closed. So the is the role of course more lack of football field.
So 16,000 as of yesterday.
Yes.
So now people need information. And I mean quick information about hamne. Let's say man nangi te suma telephone bini, knowing fully well if I go here, dina muna donate bena $10. I see my brother Habib Mbai just tuning in. There are people out there. What they need, Tijan, more information, clear.
Information.
Then let Samba come in.
Wow.
And give us the information. Mom lañ need fii ci diaspora bi in times of wave loo xam ne dinañ mën a dem duwal fa suñ $20 buñ am suñ $25 yi ñu am for talent out there. I mean,
you can send it to let's say if you live in the United States and want to do Zelle, you can send it to Medina United Academy at gmail.com. That's one word. Medina United Academy at gmail.com. One word. Pull nakala to the email. You can use that to send money to Zelle, and maybe your the notification you can just always.
So Medina United Academy
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yeah. And
let me type it in. Put it there.
Screen.
So you guys can see it. Medina United Academy at gmail.com.
Yes.
You go there at Zelle $10, $15, $20, $100, $500, whatever you have. At least you can say in the next 10 years, when Medina United is out there, and you know what? Hey, I was there and I made a difference. Pop Samba, go ahead. What are the other choices?
And then, of course, you can deposit it Bank of America. They have a Bank of America account. So from there, we just have that information in the US. There should be a wave number, Tijan. Do you have the wave number that you can share?
My number, yes. VM will give you the wave number right now.
Yeah. So if you can type it in comment section,
Wave number.
Okay. I will type it in the comment section right now.
So
Okay,
just
please.
the wave, including the name of the person that it is going to.
But there's something else that somebody said. Most people, and it's true, they use phone numbers to Zelle. I don't know whether there is a phone number.
Yeah, but Zelle, if you use the email, is the same as the phone number.
The phone number. Yeah.
So you can always, what do you do when you go to the search? You just put the the email, and it will give you the name of the account.
Right.
And you just listing and just go from there.
So Babukar, when you go to Zelle, clearly the options are you either put in a phone number, the name
or email.
Or email. So the email medinaunited@gmail.com. I don't think they have a phone number, but if they happen to come up with a phone number that would make it much easier, then we'll give people at these options.
We'll share that. So what we're going to do, we'll share it on this page here. I'll share it also on my page.
Right.
The various options that we have to be able to have the wave number and everything. So especially wave, you have on the ground, and those in the Gambia too. Your $100 is your 200. If you are a lawyer, you're 50,000.
Wow, no style.
And all that. And like I just want to remind people, I know we're almost about to wrap up here.
Right.
When don't look at it as supporting Medina only. Look at it as supporting the Gambia. Represented fully. Musa, one of the things you have many motor swing football they won now.
Right.
You need to be a part of the game.
Absolutely.
We'll win the league. Maybe if Walidan wins the league, they have the money, they can go and play this thing. Other teams, you win the league, you may not go because GFA did not have the money. You don't have the money. So we withdraw from tournaments. The wave number. The wave number is 328-1891, and it would be Mari Babu.
Yes.
Mari Babu. And that's the wave. So and that affects even the national team. We will go and play this home and away, and we will not have the money to go beyond that, and we withdraw from tournaments. And Lolo Lumio affected two ways. We could not get to where Mali Nekate. Mali, they were beneath us. Senegal was our problem. Any other team will beat you. It made us beneath those people. But our players did not have the exposure to be able to play abroad. So the only people you play abroad, you go to Europe on your own, them trial somewhere, you can say I'm got talent this thing, but it was not like they're coming directly from a club and pluck you out and take you because of the funds were not there. So by the fact that the teams were not actively participating in these international tournaments, affected the development of our football. Next World Cup, if the Gambia does not go, it will be a total failure.
Definitely.
If Cape Verde can go to the World Cup and all these other countries can go to the World Cup, Gambia should definitely be in the World Cup. We have the talent. But for that to happen, this is where this must be turned into a national campaign. It's not about Medina, the football team. It is about the Gambia being represented effectively in these tournaments to keep our flag going high and also expose our players to bigger clubs so that, like I said earlier, we'll have a lot of Musa Barros, a lot of Yankuba Mintes, a lot of all these young people who are doing very well out there. We should have, by my estimation, at least another 200 or so professional players out there playing in clubs.
Absolutely.
Because the talent, we've never lacked the talent. Never.
Talent we've never. And you talk about Senegal, this Zone 2 1980, when we were better than Mali. I mean, out there with Guinea-Conakry. Even Senegal, Tijan, if you remember, when we played them, when we make for that little back pass, they were very scared of attack. You get
why did I want and I think man coach then she agree. Resources the MC football tay. And facilities the MC football tay. Future amon chaboba.
We're talking about something else.
Benen affaire la.
Because when you play there. Yo, I Peter Prom, I Ibu Diboa, I Amadou Savage, I Sol Samba, I Joe Sambu, why yo, Amadou Adams, Bodo Johnson, I Chop, Alajinja, I Biri Pale, Laos Pale, Bill Baji, Idarka, Lamin Points, Tajallo, Alajinja, Tony Joyner, Charlie Boy,
You
Boy,
have to
come on.
mention Tony Joyner before Musa Job. Musa.
Follow Tony Joyner.
No. Why Tony? Sol na ko, mane. Sol niya na ko dazzle Tony with the bushy kaya.
And that's the thing. The only reason why James Freeman and all these people that people are mentioning, the only reason why they did not play professional football was because we've never utilized our talent to expose them. Because that's what it is.
Coach, Maradona, Messi Daoud assist play.
No, assist
score, but Monega assist score. I don't know if you can go play. What assist could do? By Male Wanda Fale, Esa Fai. Why? Gambia Amon talent. Imagine if we had the resources at that time.
Benen affaire la.
And that's the thing.
Why football the time Bobu? Them see Ala Ushebu Njai.
Yes.
You know, Nyom Pitko, Alaji Gabisose, Nyom Oje Jalo, Babu Sise. You know, this were the people putting resources in there.
Yes.
The Agis national team biri took it them 8-9 days, $100 in Lenajo. On you talk Iran Grove, Begini Bissau, Tanka Inewi.
Yep.
Yes.
Next day you want to play, you know. Look at now, your leggy. You may not do guy Land Rover Begis Bissau.
Can do them.
So Tijan, I want to bring you back to people that you've just mentioned. The Usain Njais, the Gabi Sources, the Babu Sise, Obi Konate. These were folks passionate as far as the game is concerned. They were putting their resources in it. Yo, Surreal de Banjul Winon Ligby. What were they doing? These are the good old days. The New Jail player from Starlight, player from Walidan, because they knew at the time. This is not about club anymore, like Pasamba kept talking about. It is about Gambia. They will put together a team, like you said, little resources, put them in a Land Rover to go and compete in Guinea-Bissau and in Guinea-Conakry. So what we are asking for people in the diaspora, Nenjelo, like you always say, let Nenjelo Pakachambaram. What Obi used to do. Let's go back to what Babu Sise used to do. Let's go back, because these people are no longer here. Nuntamit, at some point, is going to be another generation. Whatever little that we have, again, guys, $25, $50, waive it. Bilahi, it's going to have a huge impact. Go ahead. If you have $100, please do it. And again, they are challenged. They have a very short window. I mean, understand now from Pasamba, at one time, Real de Banjul didn't win Ligby, but they couldn't go because of financial challenges. So, again, guys, you people that are watching, call your friends. $25 sabana. And then you will help the team prepare. If we do that, then I have no doubt in my mind that the talent is there, the passion is there. Te xam nga ñoom Tijan ak Mike Nicol ñi xaruñ won kende. They put their resources in it. I know about it. I know Mike how passionate he is as far as this game is concerned. Daf ñu def alelam ñi tooguñ xaar dañ def seen alel ba ñëw they succeeded. Now what they're saying is they want us to be part of it as well. Pap Samba.
And Musa linga sa moy diga xam nga olo dañ leen jappale ma ñu ne so déggee jappale ma dafa fekk nga am fo japp ba pare keneen ñu deg ci lo so they are not asking you do it for us dafa fekk ñoom jàppoon nañ ba pare ne jappale ñu you know and that's just what it is. Again, these kids that are playing in for Medina ay carton ngay digano, so it's not like nakala tura, and that's the trophy. It's not like kids oh about you. No. These are people they are in very challenging backgrounds because of poverty and all these things. And they are licensed to not only help their parents come out of poverty, but even help their communities come out of poverty. So it's a national calling. Because when you do it, you're not doing it for Tijan Cisse. Tijan can wake up tomorrow, get on a plane and come back to the United States and do his thing.
Easily, sir.
But it's for that young boy. Just look at it that way. That young boy in Katong who has the skills, but he's only looking for that opportunity to be able to harness his skills and to become something. And this is what you're doing. You are helping a young boy. Ko xamne ni mu ngi dem school, mu ngi am talent. It's like, you know what? I want to use this talent to be the person that I'm supposed to be the citizen that I'm supposed to be. And that's just what it is. So that we can have an other Birinjai who would, take a red card so that he would come and represent the Gambia. Or when he came to the Gambia, ñoom Musa Jang ñu naan taxaw si lifin bi di ko wax ne mënuloo su ñëwee play Gambia ñu ñëw door di ko jaamu as if ne borom moo fi daan su ko defee
no, coach. When guy started the Walidan match before guy di ko you guy started like following Sunday Gambia Mali. Like ko guy ne ko alaji yow la yàgga mu gëstu leen de nokku leen ba leen piqué do ne
and you know he would always fight back. He would never let that.
No, xam nga lan la woon Alhaji Sila. Ci fence bi. Attack ñoom Kofi. Ma den biri xam nga moom rek moom xulookat la ci biir bi de.
Waaw.
Alhaji Sila. Yo yaa ngi nekk a member of Walidan ngay nekk boy si nekk fii di saga Alhaji ne ko man maa moom seen farle.
But that's the thing. All I'm listing more like we just all have to come together and realize that when we do it for these young people, when we do it, we are doing it for the greater good of our country.
Babara Musa Abul Fatele Sade. Salutal, lawyer salutal. Ball boy la won Walidan di. Bob said Natali Walidan you check the
but Tija Habiba ngi wax ne mu ngi try to use the email but it did not work.
With
So
Gmail.
I'll have to circle back with Mike.
Wow,
to see Nakalatura what we can do to correct that, Habib. Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
If you give me in the meantime, I can give you a cell number that you can put on the screen now.
Okay.
305
975
6303.
6303.
Yes.
And Tijan, I have to tell you this. Habib Mbai in the Gambian community Fini, he is always my go-to.
Why money?
Every aspect. Political, whatever it is, the guy is always, and he's a retiree. Wow, Teral High.
I'm the one you want July 4 Kiram like Wacha. They said, they got system anti Iba Mufa. Wow. Habib Suma Kilifala. I'm going to go Habib Mosuma Koto, you John Promayo. Them say I like John Prom, Ablai Suare. Habib has always been a father figure, a big brother, and of course an advisor to me. And the guy is a community man, extraordinary man. Look how Gambia mucho. Anywhere, you cannot have it better than that. You go nyanal yala make up pandu guda wergu yaram. Muneka pujite ñu tete. Wow, lo rek la ñu ñaan yalla pour Habib Mbaye Mbaye bokum dayum Amina Mbaye ak Yaka Mbaye ak Fadou Mbaye.
That's not the wave number. The wave number was it was shared earlier.
So this one is the Zelle number, Saini.
For the US.
Yes,
for
so the wave number is 328-1891. The wave number.
That is in Gambia. Wow. That's the Gambia wave number. Wow.
And the name is Mari Babu.
Wow, Mari Babu.
The number again is 328-1891 Mari Babu.
Gambia.
Yep, Gambia. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Bobu Moy the wave number.
Yeah, but anyway, most Gana we about to head out here on Pele Day. That's what I call it. World Cup is Pele's tournament.
Wow.
Wow. Hale inda you were here nan ma ay Pele yen da ngeen xamu dara.
Wow, I guess Demba dañ doon celebrate living Regents Day Lamin Oyin si waxtaanam. Muy wax bim demee Cosmos. Mu ne moo France Bakken bo lañ teg mu replace Carlos Alberto Pele nekk si kanam su ma ramee ba dee waay.
Ma ne Tijaan fo ne yaa waxoon story bii nii xawma Black Cow bi ne demee Ghana ba gay di cip dégg naa Abdou Razak di dof lu ñu pass fa Lamine Owens benn ball rek Abdou Razak di tëf-tëfi Lamine teg ko ci dënn bi wat ko ci
wëndaalu
dafa sedd guy ni glace
bu tas moo tax gaay dama tànkam bi xam nga tànkam bi dañ ko dama ba biiri daw dem ci sang ne ko raka tànki Lamine baa ngi mel ni baati kanaara.
Now again, coming back to the talent we used to have, and that talent is still there, without a doubt. There is something else, Tijan, that somebody called me, my nephew. There was this young talent from Kaur. Papa mo ñun ñoo daan nekk di hang together. And he passed away.
Oh yeah.
So suma nephew binama, he's a hell of a talent. Momo call on Mike, and then I guess the guy now is part of Medina United. The last name is Jallo. Domi Anabi Jallola.
Wow.
And I think he got ill or something like that. So there is talent out there all over the country.
Well, our scouting department is getting ready for a nationwide tour.
Exactly.
But we place a very high premium on academics also. Let me say that if you do not pass your exams, you're not part of our academy. The general manager is a vice principal of a high school. The technical director is a vice principal of a high school. And the head coach of the junior team is also a qualified teacher. So there is a strict code of conduct. In fact, in 2 weeks, the first weekend, Sobabu Danganyibi. That's also so saying they profanity don't you what?
Yes.
But we are they are in touch with their teachers. Not only that, we also have the Medina United Footballers Mothers Association. So yeah, they are involved. In fact, they are doing their own fundraising to build the dormitories. Absolutely. We are working on a 26-room dormitory also. It's in mind. The school fee within the 3 high schools. We have contacts there. So that is also in the pipeline. It is a lot of work though, but we are committed. You know, my brother and I are committed to impact the lives of these young people. You know, we want to give them the opportunity that Father God gave us and many others before. You know, so going to CAF will just raise the flag and we can do many things because that most scouts will come. Like you said, I don't see no reason why Adama Kante should not be the striker in the next national team selection.
Exactly.
You know, I don't see it. No reason. You know, he's been the best striker. He's the MVP. You know, and all the kid does is score. I'm honest. I'm want to concentrate on local players. I'm not players you have na young people. Or the maybe defenders in Port. Bombarda, Rhino, Tenby. These kids can play. And most of the pitches that they are playing are not even at that level. You imagine if they were playing on good pitches, what these kids can do. Like what Selu Jallo is doing in Latvia right now. Again, Mbolo Moidole. I look at this camera again. The people in the diaspora, particularly where I come from in Washington, D.C., I have never appealed to your fears, but your hopes and better tomorrows. Today I ask you, and I do so with utmost respect and humanity. Come on board, support Medina United. Together, let's go to the Confederation of African Football, and together, let's make history. And I make this guarantee to you. When we go to CAF, we will represent the country. We will represent the country well. We will pour every ounce of sweat and where necessary blood for the Republic on any football pitch around the world. That is a guarantee from Medina United. So please come, join us, support us with your donation. It doesn't matter. Like I said yesterday at the Legends Day, $10, $5, the more munyore. We've done it before. Gambian, Senegal, 2002, Malik Jones and I raised millions for the national team. And I think we can do it again. Absolutely. So, you get Saku Nimbalwat. Musa, you are Pasamba. You will get him. You know, because you two, man, I mean, Gambia is what you live for and die for. Honestly, I mean, everything Gambian, you guys are ready to step in and make it happen. Look at the work we have done in the US, all of us.
Absolutely.
So July 4th. Everybody looks forward to it. ALD. Pasamba in the community be together, lay for them Ajera, Gambia American Association. So yet a man in a game. Dylan Delo Dylan Wale Jerry Jeff on behalf of Mike, on behalf of the entire outfit. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Now it is time, it is up to the Gambian people to kindly, and I say that word again, kindly respond. What brings us together outweighs what divides us. This is the time that we demonstrate that we are one nation, and together we will set Medina to the Confederation of African Football Club Championships. Thank you so much.
Brilliantly said, Dan. As usual, you will never disappoint.
Thank you.
I mean, let's all dig $25, even $10.
Yeah.
You guys have the number, the wave number. It is going to make a difference, Lahi. And that is why we decided to reach out to Tijan. Let's come to the platform. Kuchineka, nakalako guy di wahe. Kuchineka linga ngamuna. We believe that this is the platform that we have. And let's have the conversation to reach the Gambian people. So that ñu bokkati suñ ci bokkee comme Tidiane nim ko waxee mboole mooy doole, and at the end of the day it will make a difference. Tidiane Massaly
jërëjëf waay yéen waa Karur dandi maayo yéen a ko wax borom kanja mana maafe bon yéen ñi nekk ci biti yéen ay borom kanja ñëw leen ñu maafe waay
mooy dëgg. Thank you, Tidiane.
Thank you.
All right, we'll do it again.
Good night. Thank you. God bless.
All right, thanks. Pap Samba is kind of gone a little bit. Brother Marong. So, guy, non la fatajo. In fact, we were going to cancel this show tonight because of the World Cup, but we thought it was the best thing to do, more to bring in Nyom Tijan and Modou Njai, coach, who is Lamin Owens. Modou Njai mon yo xalal nga de. So ilaje kan moy Lamin Owens lo de baxna. That's what Sol Njai used to call him. He was a hell of a ball player, a Gambian soccer player, Modou Njai, very talented. And I mean, Lamin is still around. He has contributed immensely. Used to play for Kwame. And I think at some point, Demona Ports Authority. But again, anyway, guys, it looks like, we're all getting ready for the World Cup in the next 30 minutes. And again, thank you, all of you, the ones that tune in. We didn't do a lot of politics tonight, but we will be back next Sunday, inshallah, and we'll do a lot of politics. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.